Hello and welcome to the World Builders Library. In 2026, we're not going for a major remodel. No format changes, not even a tweak. No new station names, no added staff. Just more tasks for yours truly. This is the beginning. It could be the middle, or even the end, I'm not sure. But it's definitely part of the New Year's Blitz. Did I mention that I'm Lewis Nichols? I am the voice talent around here. Still don't have a dressing room. I'm the scriptwriter, art director, and I do all of the office catering. Honestly, the main thing that I need is a supervisor to listen to me complain about the lack of adequate management. We're getting back to our roots today, fellow world builders. Did you see the title? World Building by Biome is back, baby. Pack your wide-brimmed hat and bring an extra jug of water. Yeah, sure, water. We don't question inventory here at the World Builders Library. Where was I? Oh, the desert. We're going to the desert. Let's get some baselines. Deserts are dry. It is their defining trait. The Google-wide accepted threshold is 10 inches of rain. That's 250 millimeters. Dry means few clouds and wild day-night temperature changes. It will regularly go from 0 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit or more on the daily. The soil quality is low. There are few plants, so there's nothing to decay and build up those luscious nutrients. Deserts can be cold. Antarctica is, well, it was a desert. It might still be, but as it warms up, things might change over the next few decades. Deserts can be sandy dunes or rocky wastes. You can have packed dirt, baked clay, or, it's fantasy. You can be glass shards and demoisturized peanut butter if you want to be. Now, there is a climate called semi-arid that is closely related to deserts. It is often a border between those deserts and whatever comes next, usually savanna and some other form of grasslands. Biggest deserts on Earth? The Antarctica. Hey, it is still a desert. It's 5.5 million square miles. The Sahara is 3.5 million. The smallest official desert is only a square mile, so don't be afraid to throw them in on the map as microbiomes. So all of that is according to the mighty Google. For my own pools of knowledge, I'll tell you that it needs a reason to rain. Clouds will float forever without giving up their water, if they can get away with it, that is. What makes it rain can actually be pretty minor. Just a few feet of local elevation change can get you a shower. Your biggest rainfall is going to come on the windward side of mountains. Deserts are on the leeward. Large continents usually mean dessert. Cheesecake, pie. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, okay. Large continents usually mean deserts, or at least drier conditions in the center. However, high-level winds do matter, as does unstable atmospheric conditions often caused by those winds. You don't have to be a meteorologist to world build, and I'm not, but it helps if you study it. Now that you're armed with some basic knowledge, let's turn to fantasy. First civilized, then not, and then some thoughts on what deserts mean to world building on a technical level. In the desert, everything is about the water, or the lack thereof. Most species need a little bit of it, certainly humans and their fellow Velito. Therefore, desert cities are rare. Oases are points where underground water gets close to the surface. This might just be enough for a drinking hole, or it might be a large aquifer that can supply a town or a city. This isn't the only factor hampering settlement. Agriculture is basically impossible. No ranching, no logging, big temperature swings. There are lots of reasons that nobody wants to live here. The most iconic desert cities are the trade hubs. So many people might be moving from one side to the other. Camps grow to service the caravans, then towns, and then maybe even cities to service airship hubs. You still need water. I would be careful not to break your desert. If you build in easy access to magical sources or to the elemental plane of water itself, it might not be a desert for very long. Being fantasy, there are lots of options to deal with. As far as monsters go, it's easy to rule kobolds don't need very much water. Then there are intelligent undead, some elementals, and fiends. Does anybody know if a Globberzoo needs to hydrate? Whatever you do, world build water scarcity into the equation. You don't have to go full Fremen, but it's going to affect the culture. Maybe there is a water district in a fire elemental city, and it's just for outsiders who need the occasional sip. Maybe the city government controls the population through limiting water supplies. Maybe water is money, traded directly for goods. Note that your deserts don't have to have sandworms, but if they don't, you're not getting invited to the Christmas party. Don't forget the weather. Blowing sand impedes vision. No blowing sand makes for a cloudless day. In other words, your drow are going to be practically blinded. Winds can howl in the flat terrain, reaching 100 miles an hour even in the real world. Your storms might inflict damage, demand concentration checks, or produce levels of exhaustion. Most parts of most deserts are not inhabited by civilized peoples. They are barely occupied by anything bigger than a mouse, and even those are few and far between. Creatures who slumber may love the sandy wastes because of the isolation. I'm thinking of dragons here, especially brass and red. I see them lying flat and basking until becoming buried as they dream of flame-roasted nights. It's not just the big lizards, of course. D&D loves desert dwellers, from Galeb-Dur to Mephits. I use a classification of creatures called lithics myself. They are beasts, aka animals, that are mineral based. It's not that they prefer deserts to wetter climates, it's just they have less competition. These creatures can take any form, bipedal, multipedal. They can walk around like cattle or elephants. They can eat stone, usually preferring something with a little flavor like a basalt or well-aged hematite. And there are the semi-lithics and oozes that can feed on them. Build your own food chains at your discretion. You are a world builder. Don't sweat the details. Alright, 2 thoughts. Well, several really. First off, I can't get off the whole glass shards mixed with peanut butter out of my head. Second, this is where you go do the stuff. Like and subscribe. If you've listened this far into the video, you have found some value. Comment. Tell me what that value was. Tell me what I could present to you in the future videos to help your world building and TTRPG experiences. Lastly, demons hibernating in the desert sounds like something that really needs to happen. Maybe centuries ago they were cursed, trapped beneath the sands, but the magic is growing thin. There were thousands of them, and now they are slowly waking. Oh, shivers. Deserts. Yeah, deserts. There are big blocks in your world building toolkit. Plopping one into a campaign map automatically commits you to a certain type of geography, weather, and or some magical effects. Is the biome important enough to produce a god of the desert? How hard is it to get through or around? Deserts are border biomes. You place them on the edges of a map where you don't want the PCs to wander too early. They lie between empires and make the world a bigger place by impeding access. If you use DCs to achieve long rests, it may take a higher roll in the desert. Campfires might be an issue as well for lack of wood. Also, water is heavy, slowing travel speeds and threatening the use of encumbrance tables. You need 6 pounds of water per day. That's 3 big Pepsi bottles you have to carry around for every day that you are planning on being out. Off script, this is also a good reason to think about your spells that you're going to allow. If desert travel is going to be a big deal and you allow things like Goodberry and Create Water, you're minimizing the difficulty that you want to put your party through. So think about it. You can modify them, you can nerf them, you can outlaw them, whatever you want to do to make your campaign work. Now, the good news is, disease is less prevalent, and if your character has allergies, they might be coming out ahead. If you want, give your desert a personality. Maybe the winds sound like whispering children. Perhaps it feels like the place is actively trying to kill the party with twisting winds and sucking sands. Or, now Don't think I'm getting soft. Maybe it's a friendly desert and always provides water when all hope seems lost. It provides endless beauty to warm the characters' rotten little hearts. So, what might a desert based campaign look like? At first level, the party is hired to investigate some old ruins. Then they take a job escorting a caravan. In both adventures, they start to learn the lore of the desert. Number 1, they find out trade companies will pay high prices for the location of dependable water sources. Number 2, there are rumors of glass fields under some parts of the waste. They are guarded by fairies armed with peanut butter balls and hard candy sling bullets. Number 3, 1,000 years ago, 1,000 demons were buried, heads facing downward, so that when they awoke one day, they would dig in the wrong direction. Fourth level, rumor has it that a red dragon has taken up shadowing caravans as if sizing them up for a meal. Number 1, the party finds a secluded spot in the hills with a decent supply of water. An old tower makes a great ground zero for their upcoming bastions. Number 2, whatever the party has stirred up in previous levels is becoming more active. Demons roam the desert. Number 3, friends of the party tell them that a mysterious figure has been making inquiries. This thing is looking for the PCs. 7th level, the sand hits the fan. Number 1, a legendary storm hits the region, causing crises throughout. Bridges are down, and the desert is blooming. Number 2, the party finds itself in a series of battles against deadly fiends who seem to be seeking them out. 9th level, after a series of minor boss fights, the party finds itself fighting for their lives when the mysterious figure who's been asking about them appears. It's an ally, the peanut butter dragon of legend. He's arrived to kill demons and chew bubblegum. Guess what he's out of? The dragon becomes a high-level quest giver as the party strikes out across the plains to hunt demons from their vast complex of bastions in their home, the desert. You are all wonderful people. May your very own peanut butter patrons find you happy, well, and allergy-free. The world is better off with you in it. Cheers.